Live energy and tarot reading. So we are going to be diving into the universal energy. How is it impacting us? What do we need to know? And how can we best navigate this week based on what the energy is? So we are going to dive in with the tarot cards. We're going to talk about the energy that we have going on around us and see how we can do this week the best we possibly can. So before we get started with things, I want to talk about a little bit about just my schedule because things have been really busy and are picking up. So for those of you that are looking to schedule, that are looking to get in the next couple weeks, make sure that you do that soon because I'm actually pretty booked up, and so I want to make sure that people get in when they need to get in. So you might want to do that a little bit in advance. Usually I can get people in pretty quickly, but it is starting to fill up. So make sure that you do that soon if you want that. I do sessions in person and I do a lot of online sessions as well. I do soul therapy, I do energy and aura readings. Feel free to check out all of the services that I offer on my website at discoveryourawakening.com. But for now, we're going to dive into this energy. Hi guys. Hi Cheryl. Hi Rob. Hi Lori. I think I saw. Hi Chris. Chris is my my spiritual boo, we always say. He is an amazing psychic medium. You guys have probably seen us do videos together with each other, and we're going to be working on some more videos together and doing that a little bit more consistently. So I'm really excited about that. I know you guys love our videos together. So feel free to comment too what you would like to see us do together, what videos you would like to see us cover, what topics you would like to see us cover, because we're really excited to get started with more of those videos. So I want to talk a little bit about this energy. I do feel overall, I've been talking about August being really epic, okay? And I feel that. I feel like just in terms of opportunity, there's so much opportunity that's coming our way. And you might not recognize some of the things that are happening right now as opportunity, okay? So I want to point that out because it might not appear to be an opportunity as is happening right now. It might actually feel really challenging. It might actually feel really difficult, but these are opportunities. And so many things are preparing us for this life that we're stepping into, this more purposeful life, this life that's much more in alignment with our highest and best good. And so we've been doing a ton of work around that. I keep talking about that this year is really about building the foundation for our future, okay? So we're building and creating that foundation right now that we are going to be stepping into, that we are going to be building upon to manifest even bigger and better things. And so right now, this is all about creating that foundation. And I think that there's been some stuff that is coming to the surface that maybe appears to be, like I said, not an opportunity. And some of this is about relationships or challenges that are showing up for you, or discomfort in some ways that's showing up for you, or downright, feeling kind of miserable. Hi, Julie. Thanks for watching. And so we have all this stuff showing up, and this is really about showing us what our soul needs, because this is, through the end of this year, kind of this scramble to put it all together, all of the lessons we've been learning, all the clearing we've been doing, everything that's been happening. And so we want to allow this process to happen, and we want to ask ourselves, what does my soul need? What do I need here? What would be most helpful for me? What's most in alignment with the vision that I have for myself, or the direction that I feel like God is guiding me on, that my spirit is guiding me on? What is going to support that? What relationships in my life are going to support that? What circumstances in my life are going to support that? And what we have to understand is that in order for us to step into this, we really have to choose ourselves. And that doesn't mean that we have to get rid of the people or the circumstances in our life that are supportive and wonderful to us and in alignment with our greater vision or the greater vision of our soul. Those are the things that we really want to keep around. But if there are things that are showing up for you that are not in alignment with that, this is the time for you to choose yourself. This is the time for you to say, this can no longer work for me because this is no longer in alignment with the greater vision. This is no longer working in my everyday life. And if you don't release that, there's going to be more discomfort. or maybe worse than discomfort. I use that word a lot, but maybe it's worse. Maybe it's downright, horrible. and I don't say that to scare you, but I say that because it's so important right now for us to choose ourselves, to make ourselves the priority, even when we love the people or the circumstances in our world very much. If that's not in alignment with where we need to go, we need to make those shifts. We need to set those boundaries. We need to do whatever it is that we need to do to choose ourselves, to choose our best path, to make ourselves a priority. And I understand so many of us are light workers, right? And that this is really challenging for us to do. We prioritize other people over ourselves, and we're learning how to not do that, or we're being guided to try to release that a little bit and to try to, I guess to choose ourselves. I want to come back to that, to make ourselves the priority, to at the end of the day, it's about like you and God, or you and spirit, you and source, whatever you want to call that. And that really needs to be the primary focus for you. And the rest, anything else that feels good, that supports that vision, that supports you, is a beautiful thing. But if it doesn't, again, we really have to ask ourselves, is this in alignment with where I want to go? And I think that there's also going to be some grieving and some challenges in relation to that. But when we can do that, this is where even more opportunities come. I feel like this is a time of amazing opportunity, amazing abundance. So some of these things might be serving as a block to those if you're not noticing those showing up in your life right now. So allowing that process to happen and allowing that clearing to happen so that you can step into this new phase of your life. It's really, really a beautiful and amazing energy that we have right now, right here. If we can start to recognize it and if we can do the work that we need to do. So I want to talk about the cards. The cards that I pulled really are so in support of this energy that we have going on. And the first card that we have is the Four of Fire. I'm sorry, let me just move this off of my screen. It's driving me crazy. Okay, so the Four of Fire. So the Four of Fire for me is very much about creating a solid foundation. What can you do to create a solid foundation for the dreams that you have, for the goals that you have, for where you want to go? How can I do this? How can I continue to put energy into creating this solid foundation? I feel like right now we are going to be working hard, putting a lot of energy into things, hustling, doing the things that we need to do to make the things that we want to have happen. And this doesn't mean that you have to exhaust yourself, because some of this work you need to hand over to God. Some of this work you need to allow God to do, and you need to trust that God will deliver on some of these things. But whatever work you can be doing, you're encouraged to do it, because the more work that you're putting in, it's kind of like we're planting so many seeds right now, right, that are going to start to sprout, some of them almost immediately. And so how much energy can you put into these amazing things that you want to have happen in your life? If you have a business, how much energy can you put into growing it? If you have a relationship, how much energy can you put into, if it feels good and in alignment with your best life, how much energy can you put into creating better communication and improved connection and all of those things? Anything in your life, what can you do to create a solid foundation? Because this is going to be really, really important moving forward. Joy says, are you talking to me? Yeah, well, you know what, Joy, you're so in alignment with this universal energy. For some of you, this is going to really, really connect because you're just so open to this universal energy. And so yeah, these are themes that so many of us are noticing. And Lori says she's with me too. Yeah. So the next card that we have is the King of Earth. Okay. So the King of Earth card says, I just feel compelled to read it. A successful time. Confidently accept opportunities that you're offered. The Midas touch. Okay. So this is about us having the Midas touch right now. This is about us having abundance show up in many forms, in opportunity, in money, in so many different things. So watching for these opportunities to show up. This is going to be a great week for opportunity. And I feel like abundance is just going to be flowing to us. And this Four of Fire that I pulled before is also about an abundant life and success and peace and having the things that you want to have in your life, all these good energies that we want to have in our life. Now here we have the Three of Air. Okay, so the Three of Air is really about grieving, mourning, a time of sadness. Okay, so this isn't that we're going to get through this week without some sadness or some challenge. You know, we're human and we have to process all of these shifts that we've been through and all of these changes that we're making for ourselves, and maybe even the disappointments, right? We get really excited about things. We're trying to manifest amazing things for ourselves, and when that doesn't happen, we get disappointed. And try not to live in that energy. Try just to visit it, but take time to heal. Allow yourself to take that time to heal. Allow yourself to cry it out a little bit and to release some of that emotion so that you're not holding on to it. We don't want to cling on to that. We don't want to stuff it down, because if you stuff it and you stuff it and you stuff it, what happens is it's going to ultimately come exploding out of you. And trust me, when it explodes, it is never pretty, right? So doing your best to release some of that emotion, to release some of these things before we get to that place where we explode. So the next card that we have is another abundance card, the Three of Fire, right? So this card says abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. We are creating that foundation. We are creating long-term goals. We are starting to envision the future for ourselves, the next phase of the future for ourselves. Understand that we are starting to move in the right direction, and so many things are happening. You know, the universe is supporting what you're working on. Have patience, but understand that opportunities are starting to show up, that abundance is starting to show up, and all kinds of amazing stuff are happening for ourselves. So understand that we're on the right track, as long as this feels good and in alignment with our soul, and keep going, keep pushing, keep moving, because we are moving in a beautiful, beautiful direction. And here we have the Five of Air. Okay, so the Five of Air is often my card of somebody is wanting to deceive you or has intentions of being deceptive, but this is showing up reverse. And for me right now, the reason that this is showing up reverse is because I feel like we're not going to fall for it this time, right? Maybe somebody has been deceptive over and over and over again, and we're just kind of tired of the bullshit. We're just kind of tired of the way that these interactions have happened, or the story that they've been telling us, or whatever that is. So that might be showing up, or you might just have this ability to see through it now. You know, this person is trying purposefully to be deceptive of you, and we have this ability to see through it and to not fall for it in the ways that maybe in the past we would have fallen for it. Or, you know, sometimes I know I'm kind of built to see the very best in people, and so sometimes that bites me in the ass, right? Because I don't always see the ways that people can be deceptive, or I have a hard time believing even that people would intentionally be deceptive, right? And so sometimes that can get me in trouble. This energy is going to really support this concept of me seeing through that and you guys seeing through that. So I love that energy. And last but not least, we have the Dreamer card. This doesn't surprise me at all, because this is about the new energy that we're stepping into, this new phase of our lives. We've been talking about this for a while, and I feel like it's here. I feel like we're moving. I feel like we're progressing. And so continue to follow this path. Continue to take those leaps of faith. I've gotten so many messages from people this week that are like, I'm taking this leap of faith. I'm doing this thing this week. I'm going to try this new thing. Keep taking those leaps of faith. Keep allowing yourself to jump into what feels right and best for your soul, because it's so important for us right now to be following our dreams. This is very much an energy of opportunities showing up in unexpected and really, really beautiful, magical, synchronistic ways. So we just want to allow this energy to flow to us. It's a really beautiful place to be in right now energetically. So let yourself cry it out, release the rest, but let yourself focus and have gratitude on the opportunities that are showing up for you. Even if it doesn't seem like an opportunity, try to take a step back and recognize how it could potentially be an opportunity for you. So those are your messages for this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy, and if you want to learn more about me or about Clarity by Christy, you can check me out at discoveryourawakening.com. If you guys love this video and you think that it should be shared, make sure that you share that. Make sure you tag a friend below. It always helps me to get my videos out there and helps to support all the work that I'm doing here. So thank you guys so much for all of your support. Thank you guys for commenting, liking, sharing. I appreciate all of it. Have a good day. Thank you.